A 29-year-old Nigerian doctoral student, Bashir Dudu, has been awarded for developing a technique for identifying and diagnosing damage to the human eye. Bashir studies at the Department of Computer Science of London's Brunel University. He developed a new algorithm for OCT, that's optical coherence tomography machine. Bashir's new technique automatically segments images of the retina, allowing specialists spot abnormalities quicker and better tracking the progress of medication. And now the award-winning Dodo joins me live now via Skype from London. Hello, Bashir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, tell us about this award, and perhaps you'd like to let us know the awarding institution and, of course, how you feel.
Okay. It was basically at a conference. It was the Bioimaging conference held at Portugal. That was the awarding institution. It was held in collaboration with other conferences for the Biotech group. As with regards to the feeling, well, it was really an amazing feeling. Don't really know how to describe it. And at the moment, I first of all had to thank the Creator for all his blessings and countless mercies. But then what followed after was the thought about this actually is not a personal achievement. It's an achievement for my nation at large, and then also for my fellow TED Fund scholars here in the UK and the other things that they had to endure. So it was really an amazing feeling.
Very noble of you, Bashir. Now, tell us about this new algorithm for OCT. Can you explain how you arrived at it and how it will make the work of ophthalmologists easier?
Easier, okay. Yeah, so I would just kind of use a simple example. For example, if you walk into a store and everything is kind of unorganized, and then you have to find everything yourself, obviously it's going to kind of take more time. So this method kind of identifies the layers readily, and then they can automatically have a look, and it's right up at their front for them to perform the diagnosis, because it's just like tracing the lines and then finding the boundaries of each layer. So with our method, it automatically finds those layers, and then with that, all they have to do is just perform kind of their own personal judgment comes into play to say that, okay, at this, because of how this changes, I'll just give you an example with regards to the use of the layers for diagnosis. The top layer, which is used in diagnosing glaucoma, a world-known disease for centuries. With that, we are able to identify the retinal nerve fiber layer in conjunction with other layers. So with that, they can be able to trace if that layer is actually shrinking. And with that, they could be able to spot abnormalities. This makes their work easier because they don't have to go through the manual segmentation process, which is not only time-consuming, but also because of fatigue. And then this, another practical importance of it is that it would reduce the variance between manual graders, because it depends on the level of expertise of the person who is actually looking into those layers. Hopefully that is clear enough, and I'm not going.
Don't worry, I won't pursue the point. I won't pursue the point any further. But I'd like to know, Bashir, what's next from here? Specifically, will this new innovation of yours be domesticated in the United Kingdom, or will it have a more global outlook for ophthalmologists around the world to access it? How will it work?
Yeah, actually, we are looking at a global impact, because these diseases are actually everywhere. And in particular, I would actually like to extend it to my country if the resources are available, such as the machines to run these methods. Because as people grow older, you do hear a lot about people going blind as they grow older, which I believe actually are some of these diseases. Because, for example, the age-related macular degeneration affects people above 40, and then we're actually looking at that to see how we could extend it to more people. We have to perform a little bit more of tests to see how it works with other data sets, and then we would see how to actually its suitability for use in the clinical environment at large. So
lastly, before you go, I'd like to know what was it about your own learning environment that enabled you, empowered you to come up with this innovation, and comparatively, if you studied back home, would the same result have been possible?
It's a tough shot, but to be quite sincere, it's going to be difficult because of, for example, the softwares that I use. They are not readily available, and the licensing is quite expensive. So some of the resources are actually not available, even though I believe I said it's difficult because Nigeria has the potential to provide these resources, because we do have that, and it would be really great if it could actually provide these resources so that all the great people with all this mindset and ideas could actually come back to make an impact through Nigeria to the world at large.
Bashir, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations once again, and we wish you the very best in your future pursuits.
Thank you very much for your time as well, and thank you for having me. Thank you.